Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a thrifted book haul, but it might just be named book haul. I have bought 9 books throughout the course of a week or two thrifting. We don't talk about it. I need to go to my room, honestly, especially before Christmas and because I have like no room. If you haven't checked out my last video, it is organizing these, so make sure to go check out my Organize My Bookshelf With Me video. And make sure to grab yourself a drink. Today I have water with fruit punch Kool-Aid flavoring. But I unfortunately don't have a snack with me. But without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright, so I'm not going to do this by thrifting trip, but I'm just going to start with, well, actually this one would be the second thrifting trip for most of these, or all these, but we're going to do like the romance. I believe they're all romance, or have a romance in them. First off, I have Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. I don't know what this book's about, honestly, but I've heard of the author and this book. And it was $4.99 from Talese. So let's read the summary. Jordan and her boyfriend have nowhere else to go when her boyfriend's dad, Pike, offers to let them move in with him. Working a dead-end job and with her relationship on the rocks, she reluctantly accepts to help out around the house in exchange. What she doesn't anticipate is for her heart to race every time Pike pulls in the driveway, or for her cheeks to burn when their eyes meet over the kitchen table. He's kind, listens to her, and protects her in a way no man ever has before. Her sister only told her, there are no good men, and if you find one, he's probably unavailable. Only Pike isn't the unavailable one. She is. As the days go by, Pike is finding it anything but simple to have his son's girlfriend living in his house. He can't stop thinking about her and holding his breath every time they cross paths. Feels like she's becoming a part of him, except he knows they're not free to give into this. How could they, when he's her boyfriend's father? That sounds so weird. But I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it anyway. I'm losing my voice. I need a drink. Okay. The next book I have is American Royals by Catherine McGee. So there's basically sales at these bookstores when it's buy 4 get 1 free. I forgot that at Value Village, but I remembered it to Lee's. So I got American Royals. Honestly, this book seems interesting to me. This is what the summary says. What if America had a royal family? The Washingtons, that's right, descendants of George, have been on the American throne for 2.5 centuries. They're the most famous family in the world. But behind the glittering ballrooms and perfect public personas are romance and scandalous secrets that could cost them the throne. I'm losing my voice, guys. But seriously, I love the cover of this. It's so cute. This is probably going to be one of my pretty recent reads. And it was only $2.99. I do dislike that there's a permanent sticker on here that says it's $6.99, but it is what it is. Next, I have One Italian Summer by Rebecca Searle. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's my bad. I heard of this book a year ago. When did this book come out? I don't know when it came out, but 2022. But yeah, I think I heard about this book like a year after it came out. And I've heard a lot of mixed reviews, so I wasn't too sure. And then I saw it at the thrift store for $4.99. I was like, okay, this is mine now. You're coming with me. And I'm not going to read the summary of this because I want it to be a surprise for when I go into it. I want to go into this book blind. But that is One Italian Summer. And I might make a reading vlog of like reading books I've thrifted with me. That sounds like it would be fun. The last romance book I got is That Summer by Jennifer Weiner. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But it's like a pretty thick book, honestly. It's just over 400 pages. And I love the cover, honestly. Like, this is so cute. And it's like basic, like it's not basic, that's the wrong word. It's simple, and like the simplicity of it is like attracting me more to it. But I also want to go into this one blindly, so I'm not gonna read the summary. But Sunshine Book, my best friend's channel, I think she might read this because it seems like just like the vibe of the book. She loves summer-related romances or books in general. So I have a feeling she will get her hands on that book. Next up, I have 5 non-romance books, and all 4 except for the last one are from Value Village, because I didn't see that there was a sale like buy 4 get 1 free, so I didn't get a free book, but that's fine. I honestly don't need any more. Here we are today doing this, so it's okay. The first book is Gates of Stone by Angus MacCollum. I have heard of this book, okay? And I heard someone raving about it. I can't remember who it was, but if I do remember, I'll put them in the description. And I saw this book and I was like, oh, this kind of looks similar to the book they were reading. And it turns out it is similar because it's the first book. This one's $5.99, so definitely Value Village books are a little more expensive than these, but that's okay. And I will read the back to you guys. In a world of blood and magic, a powerful epic fantasy begins. An emperor's daughter, who will not be denied. Just before her 16th birthday, Princess Katrina is refused her rightful place as heir to the Ice Bear throne, solely because of her sex. Determined to regain her inheritance, she murders the foreign lord she's been ordered to marry and embarks on a perilous voyage to the lush, tropical islands of the Lot Bizarre in search of the vast wealth and power she needs to claim the empire for herself. A prince forced to take a stand. On a small island kingdom, Prince Arjun's idyllic life is shattered when a malignant sorcerer invades, slaughters his people, and steals the sacred sword of John's ancestors. With his royal father dead and his palace in ruins, John reluctantly tracks the sorcerer and the magical blade far across the pirate-infested waters of the Lot Bizarre. A sorcerer seeks to destroy the world. Long ago, the powerful relics known as the 7 Keys were used to safely lock away the terrifying evils of the 7 Hells. With John's ancient sword in their grasp, the sorcerer Mangu has claimed the first key and begun his mission to unleash catastrophe upon the land. As the destinies of these 3 entwine in the lawless islands of the Lot Bizarre, the fate of humanity hangs in the balance, for if the sorcerer cannot be stopped, the world itself will be unmade. So, this book sounds really interesting, and it's like a pretty dense book, and I love the font. It's like what you'd see in like older books. I really, really love that. I always have though, but a lot of people don't, but I think it's just like easier on my eyes. Okay, the next book I got is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I don't know the first name. But this book was at my school library, and then, like last year, and then I was going to get it, but then this year it was gone. And then I saw it at the thrift store for $5.99, and I decided I was going to get it. And like, there's not a lot of words on the pages, and it just seems like an interesting little book. I don't know where the summary is. Okay, there's not really a summary, but it says, if anyone asks how it ends, just lie. We are Sinclairs. We live, at least in the summertime, on a private island off the coast of Massachusetts. Perhaps that is all you need to know, except that some of us are liars. So it's a very short summary, but it truthfully seems like it's going to be a good book. So I am excited to read this. Okay, the next book I have here is Seafire by Natalie C. Parker. It's just hardcover. It was $5.99, and it has like a decent amount of words on the pages, and it is just shy of 400 pages. But let's read the summary. The first in a heart-stopping trilogy that recalls the undeniable feminine power of Wonder Woman and the powder keg action of Mad Max. Fury Road. Seafire follows the captain of an all-female ship intent on taking down a vicious warlord's powerful fleet. After her family is killed by corrupt warlord Eric Athar and his bloodthirsty army of bullets, Caledonia Stykes is left to chart her own course on the dangerous and deadly seas. She captains her ship, the Morse Navis, with a crew of girls and women just like her who have lost their families and homes because of Eric and his men. The crew has one mission: stay alive and take down Eric's armored fleet. But when Caledonia's best friend and second-in-command barely survive an attack thanks to help from a bullet looking to defect, Caledonia finds herself questioning whether to let him join the crew. Is this boy the key to taking down Eric Athar once and for all, or will he threaten everything the women of the Morse Navis have worked for? It genuinely seems like a good book. That was my first time reading the summary, and it seems interesting, and I love the cover too. It's so pretty. So I think that it will be a good book. The next book I have is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. This book is kind of tall. Like, it's just a little awkward of a height. The book's falling. And I got this from the thrift store as well, and it was $5.99 as well. I just found writing in the back because this was someone's book before. But I saw Annie read this, like the TikToker, and she seemed to like it. I believe it was her. I might be wrong, but I think it was her. But let's read the summary. Be careful what you watch for. Casey Fletcher, a recently widowed actress trying to escape a streak of bad press, has retreated to the peace and quiet of her family's lake house in Vermont. Armed with a pair of binoculars and several bottles of bourbon, she passes the time watching Tom and Catherine Royce, the glamorous couple living in the house across the lake. They make for good viewing. A tech innovator, Tom is powerful, and a former model, Catherine is gorgeous. One day on the lake, Casey saves Catherine from drowning, and two strike up a budding friendship. But the more they get to know each other and the longer Casey watches, the more it becomes clear that Catherine and Tom's marriage isn't as perfect as it appears. When Catherine suddenly vanishes, Casey immediately suspects Tom of foul play. What she doesn't realize is that there's more to the story than meets the eye, and that shocking secrets can lurk beneath the most placid of surfaces. Packed with sharp characters, psychological suspense, and gasp-worthy plot twists, Riley Sager's The House Across the Lake is the ultimate escapist read. No lake house required. It genuinely sounds so good. I love the cover too, how they have this lit up so it's like bright, and like the text. I love this cover. I think the cover is honestly what drew me to it originally. Like, it's so pretty. I find that, like, I know people say don't judge a book by its cover, but I always judge the book by its cover. The last book I have is from Talese, and it was $4.69, and it's The Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, the first book in the Internal Devices. I have City of Bones, City of Ashes, and City of Glass. I have all three of these. I have not read them all. I started City of Bones and then softy enough that honestly, like, I just kind of had other books I wanted to read more. But I saw this and it was $4.69, and it has the kind of font I like once again. So I decided that I should get it. I'm not going to read this because I believe it's a sequel. So, like, I don't know if it spoils anything. A prequel to the intentionally best-selling Moral Instrument series. I don't know the difference between a prequel and a sequel. But I'm not going to read the summary of this. But genuinely, I just love that all of Cassandra Clare's books in these series have, like, dark covers, but they're, like, so pretty. And they almost have, like, a shine to them. Like, they're like, yeah, they're glossy instead of matte, but they make like the character matte. Like, I genuinely love that. Anyways, I'm super excited to read this, and I might actually make a video reading these books, so you guys should stay tuned for that and turn on post notifications so you know when that will happen. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And comment down below what drink you had while we watched. Not while we watched, what you guys watched. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!